Pastry Puffs! Welcome back to Strudel Reviews. It's your girl Strudel, and today we are finally doing O.M.G 707 Remix Part 2. I'm titling this the Supersonics. But, before we even, get into the Supersonics, I do want to say, yes, I know this week's episode is a little bit late. It's because the last O.M.G 707, Remix Part 1... my god, that took 3 fucking days to upload. And I was like, that might happen again. So, the day I'm filming this is, I want to say October 8th. So if it uploads, 3 days in the future, I'm letting y'all know, there was an issue uploading and it took 3 days for the fucking video to upload. Thing number one. And then thing number two, in my last video, if y'all had seen that, I titled it The Tale of How Strudel Fell in Love with Monster High. I had to push that video back a week, because in that video I had mentioned that I had ordered Cleo, Draculaura, Claudine, and Frankie. And then, ran into, a hiccup. And then I had to, I wound up reordering them, so, and they actually shipped out and everything, so that's good. But I also did order Laguna and Ghoulia in addition, and I have Ghoulia on my hand. It's just, I'm waiting for the other ghouls to show up before I even do anything Monster High related, because, yeah. So I think with that stuff out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this O.M.G 707 episode, and this one is titled Remix Part 2, The Supersonics, which, if y'all haven't already watched that video, and y'all are probably but Strudel, didn't you already review the Supersonics? Yes, I did review the Supersonics, so if you want to see that video, just go back through my video selection and scroll down, and you'll see the Supersonics. But this isn't a review, this is more so an overview of the Supersonics, and I want to say they were released because I've been slacking on this part, because I don't even remember the exact release date. But I do want to say it was September of 2020. Yeah, it was September 2020. And I'm 90% sure they released the same day that the core 4 of the series did. And with the Supersonics, you have Fame Queen, who is the sister of Goo Goo Queen, Bad Girl, who is the sister of Batty, Metal Chick, my personal favorite, who is the sister of Metal Babe. And then we have Miss Ferocious, who is the sister of Fierce, which, oh my gosh, I find that so cute that they're named Fierce and Ferocious. That's adorable! My god, I love that! That is so cute! They did so good on that. Okay, gushing about the Fierce and Ferocious thing aside, I'm going to say, as you can tell with Fame Queen, Bad Girl, and Ferocious, since they got the colored stands, I do want to go out of my way and say that the Supersonics as a whole, they sold so fucking well. Because this is a repeat case scenario of Uptown Girl and Downtown BB when I did their O.M.G 707, a while back. The Uptown Girl and Downtown BB wound up getting 2 separate re-releases. The first drop being a part of Series 2, Wave 2, where they were re-released with Shadow, who was in the bigger surprise, and then you have, oh, yes, 24K DJ from the Winter Disco did also wind up getting a re-release, which I do cover in more depth of my O.M.G. 707 Winter Disco episode, so y'all, should go check that out. But, the Supersonics, again, this is relevant information. The Supersonics sold so well that they all had gotten a re-release, but they were sold individually. So if you didn't want to buy the pack as a whole, you got to buy them individually. And with the individual releases, they gave the Supersonics, their own colored stands, which is why Fame Queen has black. Bad Girl has this neon green color, which they have never used again, which makes me a little disappointed, because I really like this color. And Ferocious, they just gave Ferocious a generic red stand, which I was like, boo, hiss. You could have given her a stand that is the same color of her fucking blazer. Okay, that little critique aside. And you can tell with my metal chick, as she is a clear stand, she came in the original drop of this. She came in the original, the Supersonics 4-pack. So if y'all were wondering about the stands, I do explain that more in depth in my review. But for those who have not seen that review and were a little curious, that is why. I think first we're going to start off with Fame Queen, as, the fan base likes to call her Famey. Which, she did have her little jewel thingy, her little crystal, stay on the fucking hat. She did have her little crystal thingy dangling down, but Mini Strudel kept fucking terrorizing the doll shelf, and I was so irritated. Lost the little crystally bit. I was like, I will get you for that. I'm not really gonna get Mini Strudel for that, but whoo boy. Oh boy, that kid, and ooh boy. Whoo boy. It's been a little bit of a stressful day, if you can tell. So anyway, Fame Queen, as we all know, sister of Goo Goo Queen, she looks exactly like Lady Gaga, and I forget what what era of Gaga she's supposed to be inspired by. But, she's got, the little robotic arm and whatnot, and, the gem, and then, her whole, her boots, and her hat, and then, this plastic little bodysuit, and then this, really interesting choker, which, they reuse that for Spirit Queen, but that's, a year down the road at this point. In this point of the O.M.G. 707s, that's, a year down in the road, but, this piece does get reused. There was an issue, which I think another reason why they re-released the Supersonics is because the 4-packs, had a lot of issues, for example, Fame Queen's hand. I think it was this specific hand. One of Fame Queen's hands, the joint of the hand, or whatever the little thingamajigger, that connects the hand to the forearm. The thing in the hand was snapped for a lot of the dolls, so, even the tiniest little, even you could, literally just barely touch it, and, Fame Queen's hand would break off. So yeah, Fame Queen comes with a guitar, but with the re-releases, they do not play the music compared to the original ones, and I did not feel like just digging out the fucking instruments to show y'all, because you go fucking watch, literally go fucking watch the Supersonics review. That's Fame Queen. And then we've got Bad Girl, who you can tell, obviously, by the black and neon green hair, that she is, very inspired by Billie Eilish. Which, y'all know the Bad Guy song. You're a tough guy, like it really rough guy, just so puffed guy. Yeah, and then you could tell, like, again, how Bad Girl is a re-release, because the original, like, 4-pack of the Supersonics, you could tell, like, Bad Girl's skirt would have, like, this caution tape all over it that would say, like, warning, extra, caution, toxic, like, all over the skirt. But with the re-release, it's just this, like, stripy skirt, some kind of fucked up animal print, I'm assuming. But I am very glad they did keep the leg warmers, because that is the coolest part. I like her drumsticks. And you can tell with the individual release of Bad Girl, her her outer lipstick is darker, and then the inner lipstick is the variant lip, because, like, that was a thing in the original Supersonic set, is that Bad Girl had a lip variant. You would either get the lip variant where she had a lighter lip color, or you would have the one variant where she had the super dark lips. So, yeah, that's fun. And also, beware of these things, because they will pop off the jacket. And especially, like, with the original run, these things did not stay on the jacket very well, so they will pop off. And again, she is the sister of Batty, who is in the Storybook Club. But she is, like, super cool, so it's enough of you. And into my personal favorite, who is Miss Metal Chick. Which, like, the pink and black split dye is so, like, is literally, like, a lot of people went gaga, like, myself included, went gaga for Metal Chick. Because a lot of, like, us O.M.G, like, a lot of us O.M.G, BTW, and Fierce fans were hardcore Monster High fans at first. Like, first and foremost. So, and everybody saw Metal Chick, we were like, oh, it's Draculaura! And then we started freaking out. We were like, oh my god, she's so reminiscent of Draculaura, we have to have her! And then, like, me, obviously, because, like, I caved and I bought her separately off of eBay. And I do not regret my choice, because, like, she is such a beautiful doll. And, like, she's everything. But also, I'm kind of sad that I didn't pay, like, the same price I paid for the other three, because I got Black Friday deals on all of them, and they were originally going to be my big Thanksgiving review last year, but FedEx, I thought, had lost my original Bad Girl in Ferocious, but that's a whole nother tale for a whole nother day. And Metal Chick, a lot of people... You could say, like, she looks a lot like Draculaura, but she's inspired by a band called Baby Metal, and I don't have a lot of knowledge on this band, because, like, it is a band I've never heard of till, like, recently, so... So, yeah, she's very Baby Metal inspired. We'll put her over there. And then finally, we have Ferocious, who is probably my favorite. Well, no, I take that back. Metal Chick is my favorite. But Ferocious, who is somebody, like, I absolutely adore in this set, too. Because she's got, like, a little cybernetic hand, which is so freaking cool. Like, the little cybernetic hand is always the best part. And, like, the fact, like, if you look at Ferocious, she gives me very much, like, Prince vibes. Like, literally, she makes me think of Prince. And like, I can also see, like, a lot of Little Richard inspiration from her, too. But, like, my god, Miss Ma'am is everything. She is iconic. And again, she is, like, the sister of Fierce, who I believe, like... Her little sister, Fierce, is inspired by Scary Spice. Which, that is another nitpick I have, but we're gonna save that for the end of, like, my little overview of Ferocious. Oh, forgot to mention that Bad Girl comes with drums, but they don't make the music, and my metal chick does come with the double guitar, like the double axe guitar, and it does make the music, but I think two of the buttons have the same track, and I don't think I played it because, like, copyright and whatnot. Don't want to get fucking sued, so. But anyway, like, Ferocious, she has a bass guitar where, like, the little speaker part has, like, cheetah print. It's just super cool, but sadly, since she is the re-release, her instrument does not play music, and it breaks my heart, because, like, y'all could have reused the actual working musical instruments. I would have paid, like, a few dollars more for that shit. Like, come on now. Come on now, MGA. You could have given us the musical playing instruments, because I feel like a lot of us would have been happy to pay, like, a couple of dollars more. So, yeah. Boo, I'm sad. So, like, I'm just gonna put Ferocious off to the side. And so, like, the Supersonics, you could tell. I'm gonna say, like, overall, like, different types of music, but I would say Lady Gaga and Billie Eilish may have some kind of similarities, but I'm, like, not 100% sure, because, like, not a lot of Billie Eilish songs or, like, Lady Gaga. Well, I will not lie, there are a few Lady Gaga songs that are, like, they slap, and they are on my playlist. It's kind of the same way I feel about Billie Eilish, but I'm not, like, obsessed with them, you know? And then, like, she is my favorite because, like, her fashion and is everything, and I did have the pink and black split dye for a while. And then, like, I love the fact that she's inspired by fucking Prince. So, I will say, love the fact that they took different types of music and they, like, combined them into, like, an ultimate rock band, which the Supersonics had the best music in the remix. Go listen to their songs, Rebels of the Runway, where it goes, they all want to be us, gonna rock this generation. And then I'm a Queen, which, oh my gosh, where it goes like, rock with no electricity, I can always count on you to catch my vibe. You have 100 times, so when I see you, doubt your shine, like glitter on the ground, and I... Sorry, I'm very upset that the Supersonics didn't get their own solo album. And then also, not to mention, like, Remix, highly disappointed that they didn't take the opportunity to do the Britney-inspired doll sooner. And then, like, the fact that it didn't even come to mind for them to do, like... And then, like, the fact that it didn't even come to mind for them to do the Spice Girls, like... offensive. And, like, y'all could have done fucking Debbie Harry of Blondie. Come on, it's Blondie? Y'all could have done Blondie. I'm very upset about it. Y'all literally could have done Blondie, but no, y'all had to do Debbie Harry wrong. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Ashamed. Sorry about that. I'm just a very big, like... Blondie, very much like one way or another. Call Me is like on my playlist, and it has been since I saw the season 9 lip sync of Chi Chi DeVayne versus Nisha Lopez. Rest in peace, Chi Chi. Like, yes. Go away. Go away. So, anyway. I will say, like... This is probably, like, the least detailed because, again, I've already reviewed the Supersonics, so, like, I did, like, a more super in-depth review for them. So I didn't really, because I didn't even think I was going to get this far in the O.M.G 707 series. So I didn't really, like, have a lot to, like, actually talk about. this episode. So yeah, fun. And I do want to say like one more thing before I go, because I'm like 90% sure there may be some people who work like very busy, demanding jobs that have kids or whatnot and are like trying to find a work-life balance for their for friends or whatnot. I will say, like, if you're somebody that works a very busy and demanding job, if you don't have friends, or like a significant other or whatever the fuck you want to call them, that doesn't understand that you have a very busy and demanding job, and then they get like mad at you because like your job calls you in because it's so demanding and they can't be mature and understanding about it, baby, that's not on you. That's on them. And if you're like so worried about them being upset, don't be, because it's not your fault and it's no sweat off your back if someone can't understand and be mature enough to be like, oh, I'm worried, like, oh, that person is working a highly demanding job, and it may take time out of my personal life when things unexpected come up. Like, don't be upset and don't be stressed out about it, because I'm pretty sure you've got a lot of people in your life that understand that. And I think with this, I'm going to leave this off here, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye! Please don't take 3 days to upload, please!